Hey y'all, Miss Cruz here, and I'm going to show you how to do your final format for your IA. This is for cohort 1 and cohort 2. Cohort 1, you can watch this video just to make sure you have done everything correctly and that your IA is formatted completely in MLA. Cohort 2, you should be doing this for the first time. And so I'm going to show you how to include all your sections into one Google Doc and how to format it so that it's in MLA format. All right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Alrighty. So you should see right now my final format page. This is where I'm going to, this Google Doc is where I'm going to include all 3 of my sections. So as you can see, I've included, I have a title page and I've included the question, all right, and my word count. And in just a little bit, I'll show you how I got to that word count actually. And so we're going to scroll down and we're going to do section 1 first. Now, section 1 and the rest of your section should all start on their own separate pages. Okay, we don't want section 1 to start on our title page because that's not MLA format and it doesn't look as nice. And so we just want to make sure section 1 starts at the very beginning of its own page. So what I would suggest, if this is your first time formatting it all together, is to open up all 3 tabs of your different sections. So open up your section 1, open up your section 2, and open up your section 3 so it's just all easily accessible on your laptop. So section 1, we're just going to, you see I've already highlighted all of section 1. And we're literally just going to copy and we're going to paste that here. All right. And as you can see, I've already pasted it. So here's my section 1. It's beautiful. This is the very easy part. Going to section 2, again, notice how it starts on its own separate page. We don't have section 2 starting up here because that looks weird. Same thing, I'm going to go to section 2. I'm going to highlight all of section 2, and then I'm going to copy and paste it in. Notice that this section 2 has in-text citations all throughout. Alrighty, and that is what your section 2 should look like, okay? And then section 3, again, starts on its own page. I just took my section 3 and I copy and pasted it over here. Okay. Notice again how section 3 starts on its own page. And yep, that's about it. And so a couple things. You have a title page which has your research question and your word count, and that's it. You do not need to include you will not include your name on the title page. You're going to be asked to take it off anyway. So we're not including our name on the title page. Section 1, this is make sure you have your question stated in section 1. All right, you don't have to highlight it. I'm just highlighting it to show you. But make sure section 1 includes your question, okay? Question needs to be stated there. It's part of the rubric. So make sure you do that. All righty. Now moving on to our works cited page. So we scroll all the way to the bottom after our reflection. And then we come to our works cited page. Notice again that works cited page starts on its own separate page. You can take the works cited and you can center align it, but everything else should be left aligned, okay? You do not want to center align any of your big block text. The only things that should be centered aligned is literally the words works cited and on that title page, your research question and the word count. Those should be the only things centered aligned. Everything else should be left aligned. One other thing that I've noticed from you guys, make sure that you are indenting your paragraphs. So the way you do this is you click the tab button on your laptop and that will automatically indent your paragraphs for you. All right, back to our works cited. So for MLA, you have to have these hanging lines. This is what's called a hanging line. So notice the first line of the citation is indented all the way to the left, and then the lines following it are indented to the right, okay? And that's what we call a hanging line, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's easier to pick out the first word in the citation. And so I'm going to show you how to, and when you're comparing it to your in-text citations, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight your citation, and you are going to go to Format, Align and Indent, Indentation Options. Under Special Indent, you're going to click Hanging Line and apply that. And now you have a hanging line. Same thing for your other citation. Make sure you go to format, align and indent, indentation options, and then hanging line, apply. And there you have it. You also want to make sure that your works cited is in alphabetical order. So as you can see, this is not because I have it started with B and then A. So I need to move this one up. And then I need to, there we go. C, D, F, G, H, I. Yep. And so we're going to remove the space between here. And there you have it. So now my works cited is an MLA format. It's alphabetized. And so one other thing that IB is asking for, and cohort 1, you weren't told to do this, so it's okay if you need to go back and include this. And cohort 2 is, since it's your first time formatting, this will be easy for you to fix. So in section 1, what IB wants apparently is before you begin talking about the first source, they want you to include the citation above it. I know it looks ugly and it's weird, and that's why I would say do your word count before you do this part, because the citation should not be included in your word count. So this is the first source that I have OPCVL'd, so I'm just gonna copy that. Also, you can do Control C, remember, Control C is also copy. And then this is the first source that I'm talking about, Blackwelder's, oh, sorry. I highlighted the Anderson one, right? Yeah. So I'm going to include the Anderson citation here. And again, I know it looks ugly, but keep it in the hanging line format. I think that will just make it easier to identify. And here's the other source that I OPCVL'd, Control C. And then remember that you can Control V, V as in vulture, to paste. Okay. And there you have it. Again, I know it looks ugly. I do not include the citation in your word count. Make sure you do your word count before you do this step. Alrighty. Okay. And so now there's one last thing. Again, we want to make sure our works cited page is on its own, and because like things move down, you want to make sure that you go back through. So section 1 starts on its own page. Good. We're going to see section 2 is kind of off now. So we're going to make sure section 2 starts on its own page. There you go. Yeah, I know it feels like a lot of blank spaces left, and that's what makes this even more annoying, but c'est la vie. And then we want to make sure section 3 starts on its own page, which it should, since it was, yep, there it is. All right, and then again, just make sure that your works cited page starts on its own page. Yep, it's on its own page. Awesome. So now your IA is formatted as it should be. There's only one more thing to include, and that's a page number and your last name as a header. So what you're going to do is go to Insert, Page Numbers, and you're going to click on this top right-hand corner one. As you can see, the title page does not have a page number. The page number starts on the first page with actual words, okay, like actual essays written. And so we're going to click on this one. And then right in front of the page number, you're going to put your last name. And there you go. So as you can see, the title page does not have a page number or my last name. It starts where my section 1 begins, and that's what we want. And just to show you one more time, you're going to go to Insert, Page Numbers, and you're going to click on this top right-hand corner one. All right. And then again, you're going to include your last name before the page number. When you're done, you can just click anywhere, and it's done. You can see the page numbers on all the pages. Alrighty, you're going to save this. You don't need to save it because it saves automatically. And then make sure you attach it to Google Classroom. Cohort 2, make sure you attach it to Google Classroom. And cohort 1, there's an extra video for you to watch on how to upload this to ManageBack since you're ready. Cohort 2, we're not on that step yet. You're just going to make sure you attach it to Google Classroom. Miss Buchanan and I are going to grade it for you. And that's it. Have a great day, guys.